So this is a really exciting day. This is a 2024 Lincoln Navigator Reserve L. It's a special car, quite clearly. They are luxurious, they are powerful. So these come with a 3.5 litre twin turbo V6 engine, so about 420 brake horsepower. They are an absolute beast of a machine. You see the 22-inch wheels on this thing. Now this has got the monochromatic factory option, which does add about $2,000, but you can see there, well, the 22-inch wheels are the giveaway here. You can also see the downplayed grille. It's got the lit Lincoln sign, so of a night time this bad boy lights up, which is really cool. Also pretty hard to show in the middle of a Sri Lankan day. But as I said, 2024 Lincoln Navigator Reserve L, but in right-hand drive. So it is us, the crew at Auto Group, that for 30 years have taken brand new cars like this and using our incredible team, take it from a left-hand drive vehicle to your right-hand drive. So when it comes to the Lincoln, there are effectively three models to choose from. There's the Premier, which is the entry level. Hard to have an entry level on a Lincoln Navigator, to be fair. You then have your Reserve, which is what we're sitting in here, obviously sitting on the power deployable side steps, and you've got the Black Label. So you've got the Premier, the Reserve, the Black Label, so they are your three steps. And when it comes to the Reserve, like this one, or the Black Label, the next one up, you can either get the short wheelbase or you can get the L, the long wheelbase, which this one is. And the L gives you that extra about 12 inches of rear cargo space, which we will show you, but it makes an absolutely massive difference. So from where we stand, we basically never ever convert a Premier to right-hand drive. Our customers just simply are not looking for it. This level here, the Reserve, is by far the most popular. And of course you can step up into the Black Label. So they're your three options that you have: Premier, Reserve, Black Label, standard or short wheelbase if you like, or the long, the L. Most customers always buy the L because they want that additional space. They are absolutely stunning. Come on. All right, so this is in pristine white. So there are 7 different color options you have with the Lincoln that you can pick from. This is, as I said, it's the Reserve level, so it has quite a bunch of extra features. The 22-inch wheels, as we spoke about. One of the super cool things with the folding mirrors is it projects the Lincoln welcome mat. So when your key fob is protected, and I guess when it's dark, it has a really cool light pool that drops on the floor so you can see where you're walking at. So let me just pop up the boot, and look, maybe it's hard to see here, but we'll zoom in and have a look. This has got the room to put in, you know, a whole bunch of suitcases. So you imagine this vehicle being 12 inches shorter. And as a rough kind of number, the short wheelbase gives you about 20 cubic feet of storage space in your rear compartment, versus the L gives you about 35, 38 cubic feet. So a pretty substantial increase, which is why, as I say, most people go for the L. Now, lots of cool features, and we'll jump into the interior and start to talk through, but you have the ability of being able to control all of your seats to go down. As you see, those all slide down. So super helpful. I'm not sure what for. Maybe if you go to IKEA and you want to buy your Billy bookcase, you can put all the seats down and slide it in. That said, my feeling is if you're driving a Lincoln Navigator, you're probably not shopping at IKEA. And with the Lincolns, one of the things is you can spend a lot of money on the factory options. So it is not difficult to spend another $5, $10, $15, $20,000 even adding extra custom options into your vehicle. So there's a world of opportunity out there, but if you want the Lincoln look, and there is an absolute statement to driving a Lincoln, they are absolutely fantastic. Now, before we jump in, in fact, let's jump in and talk about some of the tech specs. So come on inside. All right, so here we are inside this absolutely stunning 2024 Lincoln Navigator. Clearly right-hand drive, so look, and everybody who watches us regularly knows, vehicles in from North America, Lincoln's, 4 to 6 weeks taking it from left-hand drive to right-hand drive. But I guess rather than look at me, when you watch the video, look for the detail, look for the absolute attention to detail. But let's talk through some of the obvious elements. But when you start to, I guess, really jump into the tech specs of the unit now, we'll pick it up in some B-roll. But down here, well, in fact, 24 places, you've got your Revel Ultima 3D audio subwoofer buried in the back end there. So this thing will punch out your tunes like you've got a symphony orchestra in the boot. It is absolutely unbelievable. You can see all the wood grain finishes, genuine wood, real wood, I don't know, wood, you know, whether it's on your console here or indeed in the dashboard, which obviously we've manufactured here. It is absolutely stunning. Some pretty straightforward or standard Lincoln features, so your piano style controls, park, reverse, neutral, drive, those sorts of bits and pieces. Obviously, or not, you've got your leather clad heated steering wheel. Now this is a power tilt and indeed it's telescoping, so it would have been over there. Clearly during our transformation it's brought here, but the most important aspect is you don't lose any of the functionality. You've got your moonroof, which is absolutely spectacular. That's your panoramic vista sunroof. Obviously sunroof lets you fresh air in, those sorts of bits and pieces. When we get to our actual tech spec, you've got your 12-inch digital instrument cluster here, which will pick up in the B-roll. Obviously it's now in kilometers an hour and not in miles an hour. Heads-up display has been moved quite clearly from the left-hand side to the right-hand side. So again, hard to see on camera in daylight, but it tells me I've got 49 kilometers until I'm empty, I'm in park, hopefully. Quite clearly I'm doing 0 kilometers an hour, and it is 34 degrees in Sri Lanka right now. So if you are in a cold part of the world, then you know where to come on your tropical holiday. It's got the 24 function seats, so heating, cooling, massage. They really are absolutely spectacular. And indeed, it's also heated and cooling in the second row captain seat, which is absolutely incredible. Normally, with say, for example, the Yukon Denalis and the Denali Ultimates, the controls for the seating is on the side of the seats down there, but actually here on both sides, it is built into the door here. So you've got all of your seat controls here. The Lincoln Navigator can tow up to 8,000 pounds, so it's got immense towing capacity out of the 3.5 litre twin turbo. So if you want to tow your caravan or your boat, you're able to do so. You've got your 13.2 inch digital touchscreen, which is super cool. One of the really cool things, or I guess, I don't know, good things that I like about the Lincoln over some of the other vehicles that we do is the tech is really easy to use. I would call it moron proof. You know, a lot of the technology in the cars today, you need to be some sort of programmer, or you need to get into 37 different screens to get to a core piece of functionality that you want. With the Lincoln, the touchscreen, the user interface is really quite intuitive. That would be a Sri Lankan fly. As we sort of jump into the center console here, obviously you've got all of your heating and cooling, your ability to control the temperatures in your chairs, whether it's ventilated cooling or indeed heating, obviously your stereo. And again, tech goes on. Apple AirPlay, Android, whatever the hell that's called. One of the neat things, just from a functionality perspective, is USB Type-C, and the other USB are scattered across the entire length of the vehicle. So it doesn't matter if you are driving or a passenger, if you're in the middle row or in the rear row, there's USB ports all the way through. Little things, so, and again, we'll pick it in the B-roll, USB Type-C and USB Type new one. It's also got wireless phone charging, so your phone can just slip in there and charge away. Your drink holder, which pops away, and your coin change if people still have coins, who knows. Here you've got your center console and your glove box, so you can put a bowling ball or a six-pack maybe. In fact, a six-pack quite easily in there, so super comfortable. And it's got to be apparent on video, these are extraordinarily luxurious cars. So I guess the other thing from a safety system, it has every single safety system you can possibly imagine. So a full 360 cameras around the entire vehicle. So whether it's reversing with a trailer on, it's got the automatic park technology. So if you're a crappy parallel parker, you can drive up parallel to the car parking spot, hit the buttons, and she will reverse. Whatever, will reverse into the spot really quite neatly and cleanly. Great that you've got your sunglass holders, relatively pointless. One of the cool little features here is, I like to call it the naughty children mirror, so you have the ability of being able to see what the kids are doing in the back seat and yell at them should you need to. But overall, it is a luxurious vehicle. And again, as we said before, we're in the Reserve, so we're in the mid-range of vehicle. You can step up into the Black Label, circa $15,000, $16,000 more. This interior on the Reserve comes with 3 different trim options, different color options, so you have quite a choice when it comes to whether you want sort of the darker onyx black, and there are lighter versions, and then there's a version which has a bit of black and a bit of the light tan. So you can choose which interior you want, the 7 exterior options. And again, that's part of working with us. You know, you're not stuck with buying a vehicle that we've got in stock. You can talk to us, you can talk to me and say, hey Rob, I want a 24 Lincoln Navigator, Black Label L, I want it in this color and with this trim, and we'll source it for you. Or maybe you want a 21 or a 22 Lincoln Navigator because you want to be able to reduce the vehicle purchase price. It doesn't matter, we're able to source those for you. So let's jump in the back seat or the middle row and give you a sense of how much space we've got there. Come on. So this is set up with, or been purchased with, the 2 captain's chairs. There's actually 5 different seating options that you can get. Primarily, obviously most of our customers go for the 7-seat overall configuration. So 2 in the front, 2 here, and then 3 at the back. And look, I'm a 6'1" unit, not super skinny. There is an absolute bucket of room here. So front seat set for the driver. I've got more room than I possibly can imagine. So you've got your center console here, obviously super comfortable armrests. Obviously you can see your stereo system here. You can then jump in, and again, a huge storage compartment where you can put your lunch. You've got your touchscreen control sitting here, and again, we'll probably pick it up on the B-roll, but I can from here choose my ventilation or indeed my heated seats. I have the ability of being able to have my independent AC or heating. To give you an example, I'll just crank it up. You can probably hear that blowing, and it's really quite lovely. So that's a separate control to the front. I might just turn up on more level. You have the ability of having independent audio control. So rather than relying on just the audio control with the driver or indeed the front stereo, you can have full control here from the CEO seats. You've got your USB-C and B, you know, the 2 options that are there. There's a 12-volt cigarette lighter adapter, I don't know, plug in your hairdryer. It's also got 110-volt plug in there. So if you want to plug in this case, we'll put an Australian plug in, of course. So, but if you're working in the car and you want to plug your laptop in, you simply reach down and plug it in. You've got your 2 drink holders here. There's also another 2 drink holders down in the bottom of the center console. I'm still always puzzled why you need 4 drink holders in this position, but you know, it is what it is. The other cool feature, and let me just press the right button, oh, I'm going closed, is that you can open up your sunroof. So I guess the unique part of the Lincoln really in this kind of configuration is that it is designed, it's absolutely designed as a driver's SUV, but it is also very well designed for those people who have a driver and indeed are sitting here where I am sitting. And again, come back to the point. I've got plenty of leg room, I can stretch out, and if we jump back to the 3rd row, again, a huge amount of space. And being the L, there is still a huge amount of luggage space. So you're going to be able to put in, you know, the family's worth of suitcases into the vehicle. All right, so there you have 2024 Lincoln Navigator Reserve L, this bit being the L bit, in right-hand drive by Auto Group. They are absolutely stunning. It is a perfect luxury 7 or 8 seat SUV, 3.5 litre twin turbo supercharged. She is super quick. He is super quick. They are beautiful. The 22-inch rims, it really is an iconic, beautiful SUV. So, doesn't matter what you're looking for. If you're looking for an SUV, whether you're looking for, let's just do this crazy camera work, follow me, follow me, follow me. So whether you're looking for an SUV, maybe you want a pickup truck like the Sierra Denali, maybe the Tundra, you know we all love, or I love particularly the GMC Yukon Denali Ultimates, or maybe you want to go absolutely bonkers, follow me, and get a proper car, incredibly practical car. Maybe you want an SRT Dodge Challenger Hellcat Red Eye. It doesn't matter, muscle car, pickup truck, SUV, whether you want a crazy ass muscle car or the top of the range luxurious vehicle, maybe you want an armored vehicle that we do, talk to us. Follow us on social media. Please do us a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way you get notified when we do our next videos. The next videos, there's bound to be one on the Dodge Challengers. We've had a whole bunch come in. So subscribe to our channel. If you have any questions, you know how to contact us. You can DM us, you can send us an email, connect to us via WhatsApp. There is a reason that we are trusted around the world and indeed have been for the last 30 years. It's because we provide extraordinary quality, safe conversions of American vehicles from left-hand drive to right-hand drive. So once again, doesn't matter if you're in Australia, the UK, Indonesia, Malaysia, Zimbabwe, wherever it happens to be, Caribbean islands, we have the ability to be able to convert the vehicle from left-hand drive to right-hand drive and ship it across the world. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Cheers, bye.